James Banks here for UpCloseGamers. I'm here with a man who needs no introduction. It's the one and only HeatoN. He's been working at DreamHack over the weekend on the Fragbite booth, doing a mix of things including commentating and promoting his new Heat Gaming computers, as well as BenQ and Zowie gear. How has the event been for you so far?
So far so good. I mean, a lot of people there, and I mean, getting some really good exposure of the products I'm promoting, especially the BenQ and the Zowie gear stuff in the Fragbite booth, so it went really good.
So you were able to watch a lot of CounterStrike games while commentating. From watching the games, who do you think we're going to see in the finals?
In the start I thought we were going to see, depending on who played who in the semi-finals, it was pretty much up to 3 teams. It was SK, MTW and Navi, and we did see 2 of those teams in the finals.
So SK versus MTW, it may have been 2-0, but the games were actually a lot closer than the score makes it out to be. So what are your thoughts on that game? How strong did SK play?
I mean, SK were the better team in the final, but it was not with a lot. I think they were, somewhat even with a little edge for SK, and I mean, they played great, so yeah. And
a lot of talk about SK versus Fnatic. Over this weekend we saw SK come on top completely. Is it safe to say that SK are easily the better team at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, SK is by far the best team in Sweden right now, and to be honest, I wouldn't even say Fnatic is number 2 anymore. I think ESC, who impressed me a lot during this event, the part Swedish, they got 2 Norwegian players, but I cannot view it as Swedish because it's like Swedish, are a lot better than Fnatic at the moment, and Fnatic has just been so disappointing. They played horrible through the whole tournament, and SK did great, so it's a big difference between those 2 teams right now.
So coming on to that, as you said about ESC Gaming, which teams impressed you at DreamHack?
Well, first off, ESC Gaming, they impressed me a lot. I mean, everybody knows they had some really good players in the team, but they look so organized. They practice a lot on team play, retakes, and after plans and everything. And I mean, they were so organized and having so much skill in the team. So, within 6 months or a year, it wouldn't surprise me if we see them on top of a big tournament if they continue playing together and do it seriously. Okay,
great. So, one last thing for your fans, what advice would you give to someone who's trying to make it as a CounterStrike professional? If anyone to ask, you've had the most experience going out of CounterStrike professionals and you've done really well from it, but what advice would you give?
For people going out of CounterStrike?
Yeah, for people trying to be a CounterStrike professional.
Well, first off, you have to be very dedicated and have some talent, and other than that, you really need to focus on your weak parts. Pretty much all players have one good thing. They're really good snipers, or they're really good close combat, but then not so good on distance. So I think focus a lot on your bad sides. That's what I did in the beginning, and if you're good at melee or close combat, you're still going to be good at close combat if you really practice long distance a lot. And when you master both, you're going to be a lot better player. And don't be afraid to learn from others, and looking what you're bad at and try to improve on it. So yeah, those were the tips that Potty gave me when I was a pretty new upcoming player, and it helped me develop a lot faster.
Okay, great. That's some really good advice. So coming to wrap this up a bit, but any last words?
Well, thank you for this interview, and I would like to thank all my fans and Zowie gear for